Hey everybody, Purple Studios here. And you may be wondering, what the heck? A live stream? Another one? Another live stream? Yes, that's right. That's another one. Uh, I figured since the first one went pretty, pretty, pr- pretty decent, right? The first live stream, it went pretty well, so I figured, hey, why not start another one, right? So, let's see what's going on with the channel. Ooh, we just reached 2,272 subscribers starting today. Hey, Sean. And it has been quite impressive, right? It's been really well. And I know what you're thinking. New background. What is this? Yes, it's a new background because shooting it from the desk over there causes the quality of the camera to be dark. So I figured I film in a spot with more sun, aka more light. And the background is not as cluttered, so y'all can see me perfectly and not, I'm not surrounded by trash, I guess. So we'll start off the stream, or at least I'll start it off. More sun. You know what they say? Praise the sun. An observation that I wait. Let me. It's because these things don't have scripts, so I can't just go, oh, let me just read the thing on the wall. No. If I did, then that means I'll have to be constantly deleting a stream and then uploading blah blah blah. Okay, so let me start this off with observations that I've seen during the past couple of days. So I've learned that the way kids try to trash talk each other is horrible. It's terrible. It lacks showmanship. It lacks decency. Like I remember my neighbors, they've always try to spit fire, so they speak. And the way they do it is by um, it's just horrible. It makes you feel disgusted sometimes. It has to deal uh, with literally describing the person's clothes and shoes and general appearance. And it's that's right. They do in fact have a red shirt that makes him look like the Kool-Aid Man. Yes, that's right. Congratulations, kid. Your eyes function. Congrats. Yeah. Uh, this generation's trash talk is yeah, that's a first world problem, I suppose. Just this generation's trash talking is just horrible. It's not great. Well, yeah. Trash talking in general was always horrible. Yes, they're wearing shoes. Look at that. They are in fact wearing shoes. Sure, they're a little worn out, but they're shoes nonetheless. Again, great job. Like great job with your eyes. They function. Yes. But let me think. Another observation. Uh, you case in point with that first observation, kids are trash, I guess, or at least work on making better comebacks or insults. I refuse to step on a person's new white shoes, and I'll step on somebody's new white shoes all I want, but I won't because they're a stranger. It's not because they're shoes. It's because they're strangers. It'll seem weird to just step on a stranger's shoes. Wait a sec. Okay. Second observation. Um, I saw. I learned that if you were to have like if you had two walkie-talkies and you press the two buttons so they can talk to each other and you talk to one of them, the result is your voice gets amplified like 20 times. So the voice on the other walkie-talkie destroys your eardrums. Well, that's good to know. I had never tried that before, so I tried it before, and I couldn't hear for 2 hours. That's my bad since I had it close to my ear. So I was like, I'm sharing the stream with the world. Hold on a sec. This should be real quick. There we go. All right, cool. Let's see. Third observation. Third observation. On Twitter, I learned that there was a raccoon that went up a building, and now everyone's like, oh, "It's the story of the century," which is cool. I think. I'm not sure. Uh, I never played. Yeah, I'll probably do a SCP animation on that. But on Twitter, I learned that there was a story of a raccoon that went up a building, and now everyone's like talking about it like it's a marvel. Recently, the raccoon got off the building, which is great, but I is that what trends now? I don't know. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but I suppose with all of the fiasco that goes on in the world, it's always nice to find something that's so lighthearted, like a raccoon climbing a building. Yeah, it is something interesting to talk about sometimes. A raccoon climbing a building. Look at that. Let me think. Another observation. Um, you notice that I can cover the webcam, right? That's because some douches said that. Oh, hey, guess what? The government can spy through your webcam. So it's always good to shape it, which sounds like a phenomenal idea, but it's always weird that the moment you put the webcam down, or the moment you put the tape down on your webcam, the freaking the like the the government official looking through, he's like, ah, dang it, no, the plan is ruined. No. So, uh, whoever's looking through the webcam on like the computer or the phone, uh, try to find a way through, because if tape is all you need to spoil that plan, uh, and it was a bad plan to begin with. All right, let's see another. Um, I don't know. I guess that's it for observation. Let's see. Oh, we forgot about the Illuminati. Yeah, like I don't know. I guess that is the Illuminati. All right, here's the all right. Major conspiracy time, right? Here we go. The freaking it's the official Puppet Studios Illuminati hour. I don't know. Okay, so here's how it goes, right? There was a real Illuminati back in the what is it, 1700s, somewhere around there. It was the Bahavi. What was it called again? Hold on a sec. We have Google for a reason, right? Illuminati. Hold on a sec, folks. It was Bavarian. There we go. Wait. A quick verification on the name reveals Bavarian. There we go. An Enlightenment era secret society founded on the 1st of May, 1776. All right. So the point of the original Illuminati was to get rid of, or not to get rid of, but to enlighten people on superstitions and little things like that. Like they wanted to, oh gee, I don't know, enlighten people that the world wasn't just a place to be feared. You know, knowledge was sacred, and they had to spread the joy of reading and critical thinking to the masses, or something like that. Eventually, it died off. But some people say that, oh, that Illuminati, it rose again. But this time, it wants to repress people rather than enlighten people. And the way they do it is through technological know-hows, right? They look through the webcam, they hack into the microphones on the phone, they and the cameras and the phones, and they look through your smart TVs, looking through and seeing, ooh, I see you enjoy watching ESPN SD UTRGV. Looks like we're going to hack into your ads and show you nothing but sports ads so you can be brainwashed into thinking sports is great or something like that. I don't know. And you know, they dominate the world through secret governmental official meetings like the Bilderberg Group and the Bohemian Grove and the Yak Head under the mountain and the freaking Oval Office is not real. It's actually a square office. They just call it the Oval Office so that the general public doesn't get scared. Some other crap. I kid, of course, I kid. But while some of it does make sense, at the end of the day, it's a conspiracy theory. So there's always going to be some sort of loophole within the theory. They can watch the fact. Yeah. Like, okay, Sean said that, wait, they can watch me fap. Now, while that is a joke, but when you really think about it, yes, they they actually can. That is what you would call fridge horror, where you look at it and you think it's funny. You're like, like that, yeah. But it's until you start thinking like, wait, they, whoa, yeah, like that's when it's like, oh, whoa, it hits you that they can they can watch you, they can watch you do anything, you know. Like if the theory holds true that the government looks at you through the webcam, anything that's private that you do in front of the webcam can be seen, even if it's off. So any naughty things you do can be witnessed. That's kind of gay, but it is 2018. So like, I mean, hey, if a government official wants to get his or her rocks off to you, why not? I guess. I mean, as long as they can message you through your webcam saying, "Good job there, buddy," then I don't know. Has anyone seen those memes where like you're sad or something, and then the freaking FBI texts you saying like, "Oh no, it's okay, buddy, it's okay." So dumb, but yeah, Illuminati, it's great. I was never one for like 100% believer in conspiracy theories, but they are fun to read. Like for example, the one where it talks about the black helicopters. Those are my favorite. The ones where it's like you can be outside doing whatever you want, and out of nowhere, a black helicopter just flies overhead. It's unmarked, and it's supposed to mean that, oh, it's a government guy who's like hunting you down and stuff. They were talking about black helicopters during the Jade Helm 15 thing going on. Like it happened a couple years ago where supposedly it was military training around the United States, but a lot of gun gun control fanatics were like, "This is it. This is what's gonna happen. Obama's gonna take the guns." Yes, and he never took the guns. It's great. Good job there, folks. You really predicted the end of the world there. That's like, folks. But yeah. All right, let me think. Something else. I suppose some people would be disappointed in this stream because they figured I would be playing games or something. But the problem, I don't know how to do that. So if I could play games on the stream, that'd be cool. Because then I could be playing a scary game or something. You know, I would play a game where I react like, oh, oh. But I don't know how to do that. I probably look up on the Googles on how to do that. Probably not. Probably won't do that because I don't know. It's not my deal. Not my. It's not what I do. I don't usually do gameplays because most people want to hear, or most people want to see the player react like oh, and unfortunately I don't do that. I don't react a lot. As you can see from my face, my emotions are practically zero. The only times I ever do show emotion is around my girlfriend and friends. But on the internet, I don't know. I just don't do emotion. The only times I would show emotion during a gameplay would be if I got really pissed. And I'd just be like, no! You know? But I don't know, people would want to enjoy an emotionless man playing games. My role model for that is Penguin Zero, aka Critical. He shows no emotion, yet he plays, or he played all these weird games, cool games, and hey, Mr. Whiskers, he played all these cool games, weird games, and just straight up trashy games, and he never showed 1 ounce of emotion, you know. And yet he still provided comedy because of the kind of jokes that he would make. SCP game, no SCP game. You know, all these weird, like he could play anything, and he would show no emotion. That if I could ever, yeah, be back. All right, Mr. Whiskers, don't no rush, Mr. Whiskers. And no matter like if I ever wanted to play games during the live stream and I had to show no emotion, that's basically what I would try to do. But I couldn't do it the same as him, so I would end up just going back to being quiet during game time. Because whenever I play games, I'm usually quiet. You know, I don't. Bye, Sean. I don't usually react to my games. In fact, if anything, I'll usually either be talking a lot or not at all. So the stream would be not what you expect if I was playing games. So there you go. Right. That's one observation out of the way. Let me think. Oh, has anyone heard about the IHOB? So apparently, IHOP is rebranding their name. So instead of IHOP, it's IHOB. And I heard the B stands for burger, International House of Burgers, which is weird because, well, Nobody expects that, right? Uh, does IHOP wait? Did IHOP sell burgers? I don't think so. Did they sell burgers? Hold on a sec. Did they sell burgers? Did IHOP sell burgers? Did IHOP sell burgers? I'm actually not sure. No, 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 no. Stop. No. No, that's oh. That B in IHOP stands for a dish that IHOP. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. 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 So, okay. So IHOP changed their name to International House of Burgers, yet they already sold burgers. So I don't know. That was weird. I was like, it didn't take me by a shock, but I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I just scrolled past it because it has nothing to do with me, right? It's got nothing to do with anything we do. If they want to rebrand, then go ahead and rebrand. So, yeah. I'll be back. Gotta go. All right. Well, uh, let's see. Let me think. Let me think. Oh, my girlfriend got me this. It's pretty cute. I use it to sleep actually. I put it there and then I put my head on it. Probably should have thought about that idea a little bit more because it's tiny. So it's not like I can't fit my head on it a lot. So it's pretty sunny here actually. It's a pretty spicy day in the valley. Sunny. There should be some scattered storms on Friday. Yeah, there's gonna be some scattered storms on Friday, and possibly a big thunderstorm on Sunday. So I'm excited for that. It's gonna be really excited for that. Oh wait, why did I put this? There we go. You can't put the computers directly onto the bed because then it starts to heat up and stuff. Midget. There we go. Was it a bad idea to stream in the morning? Probably was. There's not a lot of people in the morning that are actively up. But oh well. I suppose it do what it do. Because there's no one around, I'll probably stream until maybe 12 o'clock. All right, let's see what to speak on. What to speak on. Oop. Let's see. What to speak on. Oh yeah, Dumbo. So apparently there's gonna be a new Dumbo movie. It's in live action, which sounds fun. I think sounds exciting. Sounds exciting. I think I liked the animated movie. It was pretty chill, but very sad at the same time. I don't know what's the live action gonna be about. I know that one complaint somebody will have is that, oh, it's in live action. You can't have the animals talk. So I wouldn't be surprised if they decided to make Dumbo silent, and he would, or she would just be a very expressive baby elephant, which is all right. It's all cool. I don't expect them to have Dumbo talk, considering Dumbo didn't talk in the original. But there we go. It should be sweet. Burps. Should be exciting, I think. Hmm. Whenever you're home alone, there's always noises. There's always scary noises to. There's always scary noises to keep you busy. Like every so often there'll be dishes moving around and stuff. That's what happens when you read creepypastas late at night. You start seeing scary, or you start hearing scary noises. It's great. Hmm. Not a lot of people. There were more people here than the last one. The last one had like five, five individuals. It's pretty dope. There was a girl from Russia that was in the chat. It was pretty cool. Or supposedly she was from Russia. I don't know if that was the case. 26 minutes of live stream. Let me think. If somebody's wondering why there's no music, it's because I don't want to risk the copyright. So that's an understandable yet really frustrating aspect of YouTube now. The whole thing with copyright. Like before it was like I always thought that you could put at least 14 to 10 seconds of music or video, and they'll still get you in trouble for that. Like they'll still give you some sort of warning about that. Especially if you monetize your content. Like it makes sense if you monetize it. Then that'll get you in trouble. But it's kind of like major companies. They gotta know when. Like they have to really watch the video and see if it's being used in a way that violates fair use. Because if they show a good amount of footage, then sure, the companies can react by going, "Hey, don't do that." But if it's used in a way that critiques or reviews the film, then why not? Or at the very least, you can show a screenshot of the film, and then you can use it. I also like how companies are weak-spined when it comes to their reviews. A lot of film reviewers on YouTube or otherwise, they can speak their mind, and then suddenly out of nowhere to get attacked because they're being critiqued, they're being criticized. It's like lay off, man. Like chill. Major companies they don't enjoy smack being told about their film or their music or their book or whatever. Even though it turns out maybe it is trash. Or maybe there is a part of it that's trash. You gotta criticism, you gotta hear criticism. You wanna make better stuff. Like mine, right? My stuff is pretty bad. Like my videos are pretty bad. And I don't get a lot of criticism for that either. It's mostly just the same old garbage. Which is, oh hey man, check out the Sandbox wiki. That's where the evidence is, or some crap like that. But yeah. All right, let's see. Hmm. Random fact, I guess. The oh, that's weird. Random fact. And back. Yay. Hey, Miss Whiskers. All right, let me try. Let's see. Facebook. I suppose I could publish this. This will be real quick, folks. Yeah, I think so too, Mr. Whiskers. I think it's just the two of us. It's not the same as before, I think. Not how it used to be. Yeah, I guess we'll wait for the others. Maybe it's a bad. Yeah, you can make it needs to be yourself. I think one of the main issues with streaming is that you gotta know the right time to do it. Because I think I streamed at exactly 10 or 10:30 around there, and I don't think people are awake at 10:30. So still o'clock for me. Over here it's 11:25. So but different time zones and whatnot. Different time zones. Wait, let me think. Let me think of something. Think. Hmm. I don't know. Let me think. Most of the time it's most of the time it's people in the chat that usually that can prompt the live streamer to speak. But I guess I'm gonna have to do that myself. Oh, the chat disappeared. Oh, there we go. Do you know there's an SCP that cannot die touching 106? I guess that question can work. All right, let's see. If there's an SCP that will not die touching 106. If there's an SCP out there that says that it is invincible, completely invincible, then yeah. I know this SCP-682, he's always going to be the prime example because he's supposed to adapt to whatever it is that he interacts with. So eventually he's going to find a way to be immune to 106 his corrosive touch, and then he'll kill him. I guess he will kill. I guess that answers your question. Or 96. 96. He's got invincible bones or something, so he'll be just fine. I think. Let's see. I suppose I could play games, but that would mean hooking up the Wii, I guess. I guess I can do an art live stream. Let me try that. Let me try an art live stream. Here we go. You got this, and a little bit. Wrong thing. There we go. All right. Got pen and pencil. Come look. Oh man, I remember this back in the. I had to. Like when I back in my typography class, I had to freaking take packages. I had to take back in my typography class, I had to take packages of random stuff and try to mimic the wording. So I would try doing that with this, and I don't know if that helped out or not. It was a fun activity though. I'm not gonna lie. It was just really not. It was just not good. Let's see. Oh yeah. These are some of the creatures I designed for the D&D campaign that I've been working on, or Dungeons and Dragons for some of you. You can use that speed. I want that. Yeah, I already said it. It's 682. 682 is usually the candidate. He would just be immune. Yeah, 62. Like he would just adapt to 106's crap. Alright, let's see. Oh, we have four viewers. Oh yeah, regrow skin. Yeah, he would just regrow his flesh back. This is a shirt. Hey boy, hey Eric, what's going on? This was a design I did for a shirt. It was a shirt print. Can't see it right, but it was a shirt print, and it worked, right? We took the iron and we ironed it out onto the chest, and yeah, it was pretty nice. We got more weird typography stuff. This was very heartbreaking because I had to shred up a ginger ale, and I had to strip the soul away from the bottle. Fun times. And I got some weird, what is this? Weird drawings there. Now mind the girl. And then let's see. And I've got so much TV head people here and there. This was the concept art for that one animation I did one time. What was it called? Get Well Soon, where it's a bunch of people with TV heads, and they're just experiencing life. Thanks. And they're just experiencing life. Right now, the main animation project I'm working on is besides the usual SCP stuff, I want to expand further into like whatever uh, talents I can think of with animation. So right now, the current animation series is Eudaimonia, which is the one with the gnome. It's the gnome with the hat that can pierce through people, and it does the explodey booms. Yeah, and the right now there's 2 episodes. The third episode is where we start introducing some characters, like some more characters besides the gnome, and they have the potential to travel with the gnome on his adventure through the world in search of something. Right, that's the whole point of the gnome going through the world all by himself. He's trying to look for something. Something specifically, we don't know yet. Maybe that's in the episode 4 that you figure it out, but eh. Let's see. All right, so here, no, no, no. Yeah. All right, so here we go. Something the word something the word. The bird, I guess, I don't know. Uh, the name Eudaimonia for the animation series. It's Greek. It's Greek meaning the highest summit of human happiness. That was it was a really interesting word, and I wanted to use it in a context that made sense instead of just going, oh, let's just name something a fancy Greek word. I mean, he was looking for the word. I mean, he was looking for the word something. And no. The I suppose, yeah, eudaimonia. I suppose one could say the gnome is looking for that. For that, the question is how, like in what? What is the gnome is looking for the highest point of of happiness. But the question is how, like how does he find the ultimate point of happiness? And that's the main point for the animation, right? For the series. The gnome is trying to look for something great. And then eventually the other characters who start traveling with the gnome, they too start beginning to search for what they feel would be their main source of happiness. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw some of the some concept art for those characters. One of them I already drew and submitted on Twitter, but I suppose I can show it to you guys as well. And it's a paladin, right? It's a holy warrior. He was assigned by the church to wander the land, purging the land of any aberrations that make the land look unholy in its appearance. I look if you guys know Dark Souls, well, yeah, Dark Souls in general. I looked up pictures on how to draw Black Iron Tarkus for this guy. Do you think? Yeah, sort of. Black Iron Tarkus, or well, his armor's thick, but when you take it off, he's just a pretty. He's a pretty. He's lean. He's not. He ain't thick. The reason why he looks, or the reason why he's strong, is the armor itself is enchanted, and so without the armor, he's just a regular human being, right? He's a regular human being who doesn't have strength. The only way he can hold his warhammer is if he's got the armor. Without the armor, he can't do. He's powerless. He's magicless. Yeah. I'm just a cat called Mysterious. All right, hold on a second. And another character was Yeah, what's his? Carlos. And then there was another. That's about the priest. The priest. But yeah, he's a he's not a cleric, right? Because he doesn't. He's not a cleric because he doesn't heal stuff. He's just a paladin, right? He's a holy warrior that does smites, right? He activates his inner magic engraved onto his armor, and his warhammer gets enchanted with like fire or lightning or psychic damage or even acid damage, and you just wham, you just whacks him, just bam. And then the other character is I don't know her name. Or okay, the paladin's name was Vidibus. It's V R or well, I guess I'll just put it in the chat. Vidibus is Latin for strength. There you go. That's the name. It's Vidibus is Latin for strength, which makes sense because way back when Latin was the language for the church, right? That's all they, or it's not all that they spoke, but it was the language that they would inscribe on like their scrolls and whatnot. And so it would make sense that here the church also uses Latin, and they will name him Latin. Vidibus is the strongest of the holy knights of the church in the series, right? Here the church does have considerable influence, like it does in real life, right? Like it does in real life, right? The church has considerable influence, and they've been campaigning a purging of evil from the land for years, and nobody's really taking them seriously until now. They've decided that okay, here's what we're gonna do is right. We're gonna find all the creatures in the land that make this land look disgusting. Again, aberrations, trolls, giants, freaking gnomes, and just purge them. Right, just kill them all. The reason why gnomes are considered to be aberrations, that's not covered in the animation yet. But there are some hints as to what happened. Like if you guys saw episodes 1 and 2, there are some posters that say remember Aestrom. And Aestrom is a whole nation. It was a nation that used to exist. So we got me wrong in this place. In the animation, Earstrom was a nation that was, it was proud, it was prosperous. It was prosperous, but something happened to it and it no longer exists. And it is speculated that the gnomes are involved. Although what the gnomes actually did is not specified. And at the end of episode 2, you see that somebody comes along with the caravan, right? And the gnome, whose name is Borphulus, he digs beneath the ground, right? He digs beneath the ground to hide, and he sees that on the other end of the stick that the guy's using to burn his food is a gnome head. So it's shown that gnomes are not only hated, they're also eaten, right? But the reason why they're being eaten, that's another concept that will probably be explained in the next installment, right? Episode 3. Yeah. All right, let me see. Let me draw thick boy variables real quick. What time period are you using as inspiration? First century, 16th century. All right, let me. Even though the series is fantasy, the basis would be. All right, let me see. The Crusades happened. Crusades. Okay, let me see. If the Crusades happened, not from 1090 to 1291. So around the 11th, 12th, and 13th century. There we go. Here we go. So yeah, around the 11th century. That's usually where the 11th to 12th century, mixed with fantasy, of course. So you have this guy. Uh, so Vidibus, he's gonna have a traditional Crusades helmet, but his armor is gonna be a little too bulky for people of that time. Or it's going to be bulky that you know that it's not meant to be Crusader armor. It's something a little more, it's something a little more beefier, right? A little thicker, and of course, magic existed at that time, so that throws a little bit of a winch into the equation. Okay, so that's one character. The other character is a tiefling, right? If you guys don't know about Heretic Buster. Yeah. Like a Heretic Buster armor. I mean, he's not gonna be hulking or anything like that. He's just gonna be big enough that you look at him and you go, oh snap! He looks like he can tear down. Like he looks like he can bust through a wall if he charges into it. So he's got the pretty big shoulder plates and uh, gloves, like a big old plate on the glove here. Little armors on his knuckles so that whenever he punches something, it feels like you're getting punched by a brick. You know, just really pow. But remember that's only when he's wearing the armor. Without it, his punch is nothing more than just a regular human, punch, right? Muscle to face or stomach or anything like that. But it's only when he's wearing the armor, right? That's when you don't want to mess with him. So, and of course it's Thick Boy Save Lives. That's right, Shatter the Iron Skies. Thick Boy Save Lives. But no, but you're Chuck. Yeah, yes. We've all heard of Chuck Norris, Mr. Whiskers. But and his Warhammer too. It's also enchanted, so it's not his Warhammer. It's not a simple Warhammer. It's not the ones that you see in real life where it's actually tiny, where it's got blunt end here and then a sharp end here. His Warhammer is huge. It's like we got the handle, and then a big old bulk of a block of metal, right? Just something that can smash a goblin on one end, and it can possibly impale through your entire body on the other end. Like, it's huge. That's what he uses. I took it from the idea that clerics or holy individuals, I don't think they use swords besides crusaders. One could imagine a priest or nice, hefty, and thick. Like I always figured that clerics and priests, they don't use swords. Rather, they use maces and clubs. So I figured, hey, this guy, Vidibus was going to use a sword, but then I thought about it like real quick, like it wouldn't fit the character. I think he's meant to be seen as a tank, as a really someone who would lay siege to somebody or some place, and he wouldn't stop until his righteous justice was served. And it seemed like a hammer was the way to go with that idea. And then here's another character that's going to be introduced, I think, in either episode 3 or 4. She's a tiefling. Hello, you said hammer. Yes, I said hammer. If you don't know what's a tiefling, it's basically half human, half demon, right? They're humans who made a pact with Asmodeus, which is like the prince of devils or whatever, like years ago, right? They made a pact, and the people born from that pact have demonic blood in them, right? They're not necessarily evil, although they can choose to be, but some of them choose to be at the end. Some tieflings choose to be good, right? And the tiefling here is no exception. I still don't know her name, or I haven't given her a name yet. I think her placeholder name was Zell, or that name, Zell, something basic. I was trying to think of something, more name-ish as the time passes, but she's she's a holy cleric, so like she channels magic, and she can heal, cast fire bolts, and all this cool, like, well, magic stuff, right? But the problem is she wants to feel like she can worship something positive, because most of her brethren are worshippers of darkness, and because they just figure, hey, let's just roll with the whole demonic lineage, and like let's just embrace it and let it be us, right? Like that's who we represent. Zell, on the other hand, she doesn't feel like maybe that's not the way to go. So she goes out, she sees the persecution of tieflings everywhere, and she sees them being like slaughtered by the church, and because of their campaign to purge the landscape of um, of heresy. And so she tries to be a saint, right? She tries her best to be a cleric. Of course, whenever she tries to hold a holy symbol in her hand, it burns, right? She can't quite pray without the holy symbol burning a freaking hole through her skin. She can still channel healing magic and firebolt and whatnot, and like she's got the robe too. So I'm gonna look up robes from the 11th century or 12th century, like to really get the feel of it. But people want, or she tries to get people to see that she's not like her brethren, but her tail and her horns protruding from her head, well, they kind of don't help. So every so often in the series, you'll find her actually trying to remove her tail and her horns. Of course, they're not her tail, her horns and her tail, they don't get removed easily because they're not boned, and her tail. Okay, her horns are actually they're very fleshy. They actually grow from her skin. So rather than just being bony horns, they're fleshy horns. So if she was to cut them, she will cut through sensitive bone and flesh. So they'll start bleeding, which, as you understand, causes immense pain. Does she practice mortification? Mortification? What is that? Wait. Mortification. Mortification. Great embarrassment of shame, the action of subduing one's bodily desires. I guess that's what you mean, Eric? The action of subduing one's bodily desires. Mortification of the flesh has long tradition. I guess like what, like she covers. So when you, oh, okay, I got you. So yeah, okay, yes, she would. And I've been thinking about that about the idea where she would try to remove her horns and tail for the sake of trying to look like a human. And one could say the action of doing so is um is considered a mortification, because for her religious belief is that if she can look human, then she is. Then so in that case, she'll try to remove those uh every so often. It's gonna hurt, and every time that she does so, give it some time, they start growing back. Nubs at first, then strongly shooting out a couple days later. So it's like she tries to hide what she is through mortification, right? To like trying to slice off her tail and her horns, but she just can't, you know. And I mean, obviously, I cannot illustrate her skin color in my animations because, well, I don't have the software for that. But her skin is meant to be red, and there's supposed to be markings to indicate her demonic lineage running down her arms and stuff, and that can't exactly work because, well, yeah, her skin's red, so that means people already know there's something up with her. What's up? So even if she was to slice away her horns and tail, her red skin is still an issue. So it ain't gonna work. Oh, and also the fact that her eyes are cat eyes, right? Like her pupils are not circular; they're slits. So so it's not gonna work either, right? But no. So she's gonna be an interesting character, I think, because the fact that she knows she cannot change, regardless of what she does, right? She cannot change her nature, but she can try to anyway by practicing uh, a holy magic, in the hopes that with through she feels that maybe through enough suffering from doing this practice, maybe she'll be given a wish to become human, right? To regain her humanity. And so there is this struggle with her to regain humanity that's still there. It's not like her demonic lineage has actually taken over her life or anything like that. Is it's just a physical part of her, but her humanity is still intact. But she tries to find it. She tries to find it regardless. So it's a struggle without real fruition. It's there's humanity there all along. Whereas Vidibus, he feels so self-righteous. He thinks he's the epitome of humanity, right? He's lawful good. He wherever he sees what he thinks is evil, he's gonna go after it regardless, right? He's gonna smash through and destroy whatever it is because he feels like it's the right thing to do, even though, as we all know, good and evil are not exactly straightforward. There's always be a gray area where the two meet, and you realize this isn't easy. But he doesn't see it that way. Borphilus, on the other hand, all he does, he's an observer, right? Borphilus, the gnome, the main character, I suppose, he's a wanderer and an observer. All he does is, well, wander. Although there is a destination for him, right? He does want he's going somewhere. Uh, he's just walking there. So it's not like he's taking shortcuts or anything like that. And he observes the world. He enjoys looking at the sunset or looking at a town. And in episode 2, you see that he looks at a settlement over a cliff. He wants to visit, but he doesn't, so he just goes away. Like he walks back because he knows gnomes are not invited into human settlements or into any other settlement for that matter, because of some sort of there was an action that the presumably the gnomes did in their lifetime that caused the world to hate them. And so the title, yeah, dude, they're not they're not my magnum opus, but it's a work that I am actually proud of at the moment. You know, I'm actually glad to be working on it because I don't know. Eudaimonia is a series that I truly do want to explore wholeheartedly. Whereas with the SCP stuff, it's mostly I do it because it's cool, it's fun, but at the same time, I'm not invested into it because, well, it's not mine, right? And plus, there's always going to be people that get all butthurt if I do the video wrong. So that's why I'm like, you know, I don't care so much about the SCP stuff. It's fun, but I'm not invested into it. Whereas with my original work, I mean, obviously, I'm connected to it. You know, I feel like I should work on my original work because I can truly explore my creativity within within my work, you know, within the original work. Whereas with SCP stuff, I have to look at the file and see if I'm doing it right. And even if I do it right, there's always someone who goes, "Oh, you didn't, you did right, because you didn't look at the wiki." They give me their evidence, and then I look, and it's like, oh, it's not even the real wiki; it's a sandbox. It's like, why? It's trash. Your evidence is trash. Yeah. And then let's see. So we got Zell, or okay, her name's not Zell, but for the time being, her placeholder name is Zell, so that we know who we're talking about, right? We got Borphilus the gnome, Vidibus the paladin, uh, Zell the mortifying priest tiefling, and then let's see, there were. Well, yeah, I mean that's what most people do these days. They just get outraged over the tiniest thing, and it's like, bro, like relax. Like you don't have to get so worked up over. Well, yeah, I know that's just messed up, but that's just the way it is. You know, that's just the way life goes. I don't want it to, but that's just how it goes. You can't please everybody, and that's something that you take with you as a YouTuber, as an entertainer, as a decent human being. You always know whatever you do, that be how that be how we do. No, but yeah, like no matter what you do, someone is always gonna be mad at your work. It doesn't have like it's. Is this anime? No, the game. No, no, it's not anime. I wish it was, but it ain't no anime. No, but like no matter. Wait a sec. So, uh, pause on this. Okay. So no matter what, but I think you do a super chat. Thanks, Mr. Whiskers. But like no matter what you do, right? No matter what you do, someone's gonna be pissed at you, or like they're gonna be annoyed at what you do, and their reason is not even it's not even justifiable. They're like, oh, I don't like it, and then, well, why don't you like it? You know what I mean? Like you can't just drop a dislike or a simple, oh, this is dumb, and then you just don't specify why you don't like the thing. And like that's what frustrates me, you know, that I work on a video, I check back the next day, there's a dislike, and it's like, well, what's wrong with the video? Like, what did I do? Was there something wrong? Like, what did yeah, exactly, make anime great again. It's like, why? Or art in general, right? Like you make a painting, somebody doesn't like the painting because, oh, it's dark. Really? Like that's your reason? Or like, oh, I don't like the painting because it gets political. So, like, and what's that's wrong? I don't freaking know. But hey, thank you, Kanye. Very No, Kanye. No, but yeah, that's the man. Yeah, that's just a whatever thing, I guess. Uh, oh yeah, if you guys are interested, I will be streaming tomorrow with my girlfriend. We're gonna be talking about stuff. Yeah, it's just gonna be about stuff. Uh, she says hi to all of you guys. So expect another stream tomorrow. All right. 1337, the Gamer 420 asks, what do you think about the Trump Kim summit? I don't know. I don't know what to think of it, or I don't know what to make of it because um I think I heard someone say that that's the reason why oil goes up, or like that's the reason why the price of oil is going up because Trump basically denounced he denounced the Iranian deal at the summit, and then from there he basically said something about the I don't know what the heck he said. But all I know for sure is that he talked with Kim Jong Un. Yeah. He talked with Kim about issues that issues and promises that I know Kim isn't going to to follow. Like I know a lot of people are like, yes, finally, Trump has talked with Kim about peace. You really think he's gonna be peaceful after the summit? I don't think so. And not only that, someone said that the oil is more expensive because during the summit they Trump talked about denouncing the deal. So now Iran is not giving us as much oil as they're supposed to. So that's why the price of oil is going up. It's pretty dumb. Did you see the E3 streams? I know that some games are out. He roasted it. Came at the beginning. He was like, "Yes, take pictures of it again." pretty, pretty, pretty much. Yeah. He roasted. They trash talking and stuff. It was dumb. The whole summit was just dumb. It was like it's not helping anyone. It's not helping anyone. The E3 streams. I know Ridley is now an official character in Smash, which is great. He kills Mega Man and Mario in his reveal trailer. It was pretty dope. Other than that, Sony released some games. Microsoft released some games. I'm not as excited about E3 as most people would expect. It's more like oh cool, they released that game. Oh, they released that game. Ooh, they released that game. Nice, but eh. Silent for Smash, special ability Starvation. Where is Waluigi? I mean, come on, guys. Waluigi's in Smash. He's just an assist. I mean, he's an assist trophy. But he is in Smash. I mean, come on, guys. Like we gotta appreciate that. I heard that Simon Belmont is supposed to be the last guy in Smash. And yeah, that's about it. All right, let's see. Another character I was gonna put in the animation. Yes, I know, Mr. Gamer Watch. I play the games. They're pretty handy. I can't wait for Battlefield 5. Great. I'm not considering I don't play Battlefield. But hey, good for you, buddy. Good for you. Can't wait for Battlefield 5. Now you can strap a C4 to a couch, attach the couch to a tank, shoot the tank and have the couch fly, jump off your couch, and just when it's in the air about to collide with the ship, you press the button on the C4, it explodes, and you get promoted! Promoted! I gotta catch up on Battlefield Friends. That's a good show. Or that's a good series. Another character I was gonna add into Eudaimonia. Another character I was gonna add in Eudaimonia was it was gonna be an orc lady. It's like, ooh, look at that. Ooh. She's got the tusks. She's green skinned, and she's hella thick. She's buff and stuff. And she doesn't use weapons. Instead, it's her fists. It's her fists that go bam, bam, boodity, bam. And she's wearing her main weapon of choice on her fists are the what are they called? The Kestis? What are they pronounced? Kestis? Sisters? Cassis? Yeah. Yeah, that one. It's but the way they're crafted on her, since she's a pretty big individual, is that they're wrapped not with like paper bandages, just make it fly with guns blowing boobs. They're constructed from leather straps, whoosh whoosh, and at the end of the leather straps, there's like a really heavy metal plating that covers this whole part, covers up the whole part, and it's attached here with like with really sturdy metal ropes because anything else that's cheapish, she'll punch and it'll rip. So like she needs something that will stay. So she had to scour the wastelands. Well, yeah, it's basically just a gauntlet, but it's a gauntlet it's a gauntlet in the form of a sisters. So it's not a glove. It's the thing that you put on there, but it's more complicated because it's the plate, and then the strapping just goes all the way around her arm, or not here, but like over here. Ed and Eddie was the best cartoon. I wouldn't say it's like the number one, but it's pretty high out there. Ed and Eddie was one of the shows I watched in my childhood that actually inspired me to animate. I just never could as a kid because, well, I was a kid. And back in 2012, when I first got my drawing tablet, that's when I realized, oh snap! Nah, fam, man, yeah, that's why I was like, Ed and Eddie was not the best, but it was one of them. And Billy and Mandy is also there with it. Who here remember Camp Lazlo? Dude, Camp Lazlo was pretty lit. I watched a few episodes, like back when it was around, and I still remember it gave me some laughs. It gave me some giggles. I watched so many shows that was weird. Like my gym partner is a monkey. I watched some episodes of my gym partner is a monkey, and I know that some people didn't like it, but on the few episodes that I saw of it, it was actually good. It was actually all right. I did chuckle every so often at that show. I remember Total Drama Island. That one was hella crazy. Talkative Bunny from Teletoon. Untalkative Bunny. What is that one? Untalkative. Oh, here we go. What is this one? Oh snap! That's an old one. The Untalkative Bunny. I remember that one. That yellow freaking bunny. I remember that one. I most certainly remember that one. The freaking that face. I remember that face it has. But yeah. Let me think. Oh yeah. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So the orc lady. I still don't know her name, right? But the orc lady, she's got the sisters that go around, and her tribe. It's expansive, right? It's. Do you have a demon art account? No, I don't have a demon art account. I never made one because. Well, I know I just never made one. So her tribe of orcs, they're a bit of a problem. You know, they fester every so often, and the church obviously, right? They can't stand it, right? They get real frustrated. They're like, what the heck, man? Yeah, we the orcs, the orcs that she's a tribe of, they really enjoy pillaging and destroying and this and that. And there was one pillaging that they did regarding regarding a library. And we have a good stream, but thanks, Eric. And there was a there was a library that they were burning down. And the orc lady, she starts to actually read. She begins to read, and she realizes some of them, right? Some of these books are actually written in Orcish, which she finds odd because, well, as far as she knows, orcs don't write. So the fact that she finds Orcish books means that, hey, orcs are more than just fighting machines. They can actually do things. They can do other things. Of course, the orcs of her tribe, they don't believe in that. They just figure, hey, it's all about fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. Jesus, Logan Paul's bad. You can shut up, man. Jesus. Oh, and so she decides, hey, I'm gonna go out into the world and try to write a book of my own. And you know, all of the all of her or what was I gonna say? All right, all of her other orcish members are like, hey, you can never make a book. What is wrong with you? Go back to wherever it is you're going. Can you draw my cat face? You what? Oh, well, I can't see it from here, so I don't know. So they try to convince her that, oh, it's a lost cause. You know, like you'll never. I'm supreme gent. That she cannot think about writing or not writing, but creating a book. You know, she can't make a book about anything. You know, she's lived her whole life as a war orc. It's not gonna work. So she tries to prove them wrong by going out into the world and trying to learn how to write because you know she can't write. She can't read either. So and she, but she does know how to solve problems, which is her fists, right? That's all she ever knows how to solve problems, the fists. You ever heard of 1984 by George Orwell? That's a really good book. That's a really really good book. It makes me happy every time I well, I don't actively read it like, you know, like every single day. I have read it though, and it always feels nice to see somebody else like speak speak about it. Funny enough, I was not drawing anything because I was busy talking, but I did make your cat face. There we go. Yeah, like this whole time I was supposed to have been drawing the characters, but I was busy talking. No, yeah. For me, when I try to draw my characters, depending on how I want them in terms of quality, right? When it comes to quality, I can take either a good a good 5 minutes, 3 minutes, or if I wanted to, I can take like a whole 30 minutes just to make it look decent. So, but yeah, and so far that's a good amount of cast members, I think, that will be in the animation, right, of Eudaimonia. Well, it's because I can't think of anyone else. But it seems like I've already got a good list. I found a thread on the alternate history website called America's Stepbrother, America's Enemy. They were draft transports. Hmm, interesting. You know, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. May need more voice actors for that. Wait, okay. 1 through 7 has something pretty interesting to talk about. Mr. Whiskers asks, you may need more voice actors. Uh, if you guys can voice, I wouldn't mind having your voices in the next installment because I feel like I will need uh voices to illustrate the characters. Oh, okay. So 1 through 7 said something about the thread and basically talks about how what if, right? The what if right now? Oh, for SCPs? No. I don't need voices for SCPs. This okay. So 1 through 7, the Gamer 420 is talked about how what if the U.S. was transported into the 1984 universe, where it's just dystopian. It's a dystopian paradise, right? Everybody's suffering. The upper class is living, and all we've got going for us is shite. And I would not be surprised if we were in fact transported into a fictional universe where we were being watched constantly. It seems like we're heading down that path, and it's just give me the what 1 through 7. You better behave yourself. But but uh but yeah, I want to be surprised because right now we're heading towards that utopian or no that dystopian world, and it's not good. it's not it's not good whatsoever. No sir, no. It's quite eerie. When it comes to E3, the only game I truly did raise my heartbeat for was Doom. Well, what was it again? Doom Eternal. Dude, that one. Yes. All kinds of yes. Doom Eternal, man. It's gonna be fired. Dude, they redesigned the Doom guy so that he would. I feel like you're my enemy. Well, good job there, Mr. Whiskers. I guess I don't know. Uh, they redesigned Doom guy's look so that it resembles the old like it looks like the classic Doom guy, And I'm like, oh snap! Like they got the bear arm, and then freaking they got the freaking Arachnotrons back. They look a little different, but they look really that. But it's a good kind of difference. And then got freaking the Barons of Hell with blades on them, and it's like what? Can't wait. Can't wait for it. I mean, obviously I can't play it, you know, because I don't have the console for it. But I will be excited to see somebody play it on their, on YouTube because why not, right? But it's gonna be lit, right? It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be great. Can't wait. Okay. Well, here is. Wait a minute. Well, he's not. He's not inked, but here is Vidibus. Somewhere there. There's Vidibus. And then I'll try to draw the other. I try to draw the female characters now. So who's in summer right now? Who is celebrating their summer? No? Okay. Reason why I don't want to talk about um, my eudaimonia works a little further is because I don't want to spoil anything just yet. You know, I want to make sure that whatever it is that happens in the next episode, I want to make sure it's revealed, and then you know, then I can talk about it in like another stream or something. Yeah. I didn't realize you left, Mr. Whiskers. Okay, so I'm looking at the the robes. of church officials in the 11th century. And it seems like yeah, looks decent. Yeah, this looks all right. What now? Well, I suppose this was a pretty good enough stream. Very slow in the beginning, but it began to kick up in the in the afternoon. So that's probably like what was I gonna say? Okay, the next time I make a stream, it shouldn't be at 10. It should probably be at it should probably be around 1 or 2, because that's when most people are actually beginning to uh show up. So yeah, I'll just make it around. Yeah, there was okay. This was a good learning stream, but I got a lot more people than I did the last time, which is great. Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, I'll stream on YouTube. I mean, where else am I gonna stream, right? Yeah, I'm gonna be on YouTube. I'll. I hope I have something a little more interesting to do on the next stream. I just don't know what I'll do for the next stream, because I'm pretty sure I can't just be talking throughout the stream, because otherwise people will be like, oh, he does the same thing. Cause I don't. But although to be fair, I don't know what else I can do during the stream. All right, this should be the end of the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Very eventful. I learned a couple things, and we hit. Oh yeah, if I didn't mention it before, or what? Like if I didn't mention it before, and I will say it again. I want to thank you all for 2,272 subscribers. Really a good milestone. Really good. And I hope, yeah. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.